Hello everyone, welcome back to this session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with previous year questions of IBPS Clerk examination. In this session, we are going to discuss previous year paper of 2016. So these are just memory based questions, as you know well that we cannot have the previous year questions of IBPS. So here we are going to discuss those questions which are similar to those questions that have appeared in IBPS Clerk examination. So these are IBPS memory based questions from question paper of 2016. It means these questions or similar to these questions have appeared in the year 2016. So this is the session of English language. So let's begin this session. In this session, we will be discussing those questions that have already appeared in IBPS 2016 examination. Now, the most important thing that this session is very useful to all of those who are going to take IBPS in future and also who have taken this examination. Okay, so let's begin this session. Again, you will be facing 30 questions as we have done in 2015 question paper. So in this session as well, we are going to discuss 30 questions and the directions for the questions are as follows. So these are the directions for questions from 1 to 10. It means from this direction, we can solve 10 questions. Okay, now let us read the directions. Read the following passage carefully. It means there will be an unseen passage. We have to read the entire passage carefully and answer the questions given below it. And some questions are given on the basis of that passage, which we have to answer according to the context of the passage. Certain words and phrases are given in bold to help you locate them while answering some of the questions. Now, some words are there which will be bold or which are given in bold. Those will definitely help us out in some of the questions. Maybe possible the questions of vocabulary. Okay, so first of all, let us read the entire passage, and after that, we'll try to solve these 10 questions given on the basis of that passage. So this is the entire passage. Now, first of all, let us read the entire passage. King Hutamasan felt he had, this is Hutamasan, this is the name of the king, felt he had everything in the world, not only due to his riches and his noble knights, knights means warriors, but because of his beautiful queen. It means this king Hutamasan, his wife, or means his queen, she was very beautiful, and he assumed, he felt that he had everything in his life because he was very rich. He had noble knights, it means warriors, the great fighters, and also the beautiful queen, that is Rani Matsya. So the queen's name was Rani Matsya. The rays of the sun were put to shame with the iridescent light that Matsya illuminated. It means Matsya, the queen Matsya was very beautiful. Her fair complexion made her shine so brightly that even the sun, it felt shame just because the light which is reflected because of the fair complexion of Matsya, it illuminated with beauty and brains. Also, her intelligence was popular. At the right hand of king, she was known to sit and aid him. Aid him means help him in all his judicial probes. She was very intelligent, and because of this only, she used to sit beside the king, and she also helped him in all his judicial judgments. Okay, all his judgments or in judicial cases. You could not escape her deep set eyes when you committed a crime, as she always knew the victim and the culprit. Now, she was very intelligent, and because of her intelligence only, no one can be escaped because she could easily find out that who is the culprit. Her generosity means kindness. Okay, generosity means kindness. So she was very kind. So because of her generosity preceded her reputation. It means it added his in his reputation. It means it adds something, or you can say it enhances her reputation in the kingdom, and her hands were always full to give. And her hands were always full to give means This is a phrase that she was always helping others. It means she was very kind, she was very intelligent, she was very beautiful. Also, she was so kind that she was always ready to help everyone. So her hands, they were helping hands, and and she always gives some money or anything which is required by the other person. People in the kingdom revered her. Revered means respected her. Okay, revered means respected or worshipped. Okay, respected or worshipped her just because she was very good. Okay, because if she passed by, she always gave to compassionate and poor. It means she used to help each and every poor. Far away from the kingly palace lived a man named Raman. Now, far away means at a particular distance from the palace, there was a person named Raman. He used to live over there with only ends to his poverty and no means to rectify it. It means he was very poor. He and there was nothing with him that he can rectify. Raman was wrecked with poverty, so he was very poor. And he had also lost all his land to the landlord. It means his land has been snatched away by the landlord. So his age enabled him little towards manual labor. So as he was aged as well, he could not do the work manually, or he could not do labor manually. So begging was the only alternative to salvage his wife and children. So he had only one option, that is begging um, to quench his thirst and to satisfy his hunger, his wife's hunger, or to upbrought his children. To upbring his children. So he has children as well. So just to raise them up, he used to beg. Every morning he went door to door for some work, food and money. So he went door to door in this because he was seeking for some work or some help for like work, food, or money. The kindness of people always got him enough to take home. So the kindness of people, because people were very kind, and because of that, he always got something that is enough for him to take home. But Raman was a little self centered. It means he was a selfish man. His word began with him first. It means first he used to thought only about himself, and after that he used to thought about his family and the rest. So he would eat and drink to his delight and return home with whatever he found access. It means first he satisfied his own hunger, and what is in excess, what is in surplus with him left with him, he used to take that home for his wife and children. This routine followed, and he never let anyone discover his interest, as he always put on a long face when he reached home. Long face means sorrowful face. It means a face which is very of a person who is very depressed, who is very, you can say, on which one can feel sympathy over. Okay, so he used to show that long face. Long face means depressed or sorrowful face to everyone, and he did not let anyone to see his interest that he was selfish. Okay, one day he was relishing the bowl of rice. It means one day he was eating the bowl of rice. It means he had a bowl of rice to eat. Okay, so he was relishing means tasting, or uh, you can say that he was just uh, having those rice, or you can say that bowl of rice, and tasting it, or you can say satisfying his hunger through. He had just received from a humble home. So he had received that bowl from a home who is very humble, or whose people were very humble. He heard that Rani Matsya was to pass from the very place. Very place means the at the from that particular place. The chariot of Rani Matsya had to pass by. He was standing. Her generosity had reached his ears, so he had also known about the generosity or the kindness of that queen, and he knew if he pulled a long face, so what he planned, that he knew. In fact, he knew that if he make that long face in front of the queen, maybe possible she will show the kindness and help him. Okay, so what he did, and showed how poor he was, she would hand him a bag full of gold coins. So he knew that if he show his poorness to the queen, she will definitely help him out, and she will give a bag full of gold coins to him, enough for the rest of his life, enough to buy food and supplies for his family. He thought he could keep some coins for himself and only reveal a few to his wife. And in that as well, he was being selfish. He thought that he will keep the coins for himself and only reveal or only show some to his wife so he can fulfill his own wishes. Okay, so just because of his selfish nature, he thought all this. He ran to the chariot, so he ran towards the chariot of Rani and begged her soldiers to allow him to speak to the queen. And he asked the soldiers, he begged to the soldiers that, uh, and begged those soldiers to allow him to uh, speak to the queen, or he was seeking to speak to the queen. Listening to the arguments outside, Rani Matsya opened the curtains of her chariot. So by listening to all this argument, Rani Matsya, she opened the curtain of her chariot and asked Raman what he wanted. Raman went on his knees and praised the queen. So first of all, he praised the queen. I have heard you are the most generous and most chaste. It means you are very kind. Show this beggar some charity. And he also begged that show me some charity. Rani narrowed her brows. You can say in a manner that she wanted to know what he exactly wanted, and asked Raman what he could give in her in return. So she asked that what can you give me in return if I do something for you? Surprised by such a question, Raman looked at his bowl. So he was surprised because why? Because he did not expect that Rani will also ask me something in return. So what he did, he just he just looked towards his bowl, full of rice, with spite in him. Spite means with the that greed in his mind. He just picked up a few grains of rice and gave it to her. So only a few grains of rice, it means only a few grains, it means only a few pieces of few grains of rice only, not the whole ball. Rani Matsya counted the 5 grains, so there were only 5 grains. Okay, and looked at his bowl that is full of rice. So what she thought that he had the full bowl of rice. Still, he only gave 5 grains. You shall be given what is due to you. So what she said, that you shall be given what is due to you, it means what you have done to me, I will give that to you. Saying this, the chariot galloped away. Galloped means jumped away, or you can say just continued to walk, or to continued on the way. Raman abused her under his breath. It means he abused her under his breath, means that he did not say anything, but in only in mind he abused her. It means he did not utter any word from his mouth, but in the mind he thought something bad for her just because she did not help him. This he never thought would happen. How could she ask him for something in return when she had not given him anything? Irritated with anger, he stormed home. It means he went home angrily and gave his wife the bowl of rice. Just then, he saw a sack at the entrance. Sack means the jute bag at the entrance. Entrance means the entry gate. His wife said some man had come and kept it there. He opened it to find it full of rice, and he found that it was full of rice. He put his hand inside and caught hold of a hard metal, only to discover it was a gold coin. So now what he did, he just searched in that particular bag that was full of rice in that particular sack, and what did he find? He felt uh, something which is made of metal. Okay, elated means happily. He got happy. He upturned means turned the or you can say emptied the entire sack by just turning it. Okay, for example, if the sack is like this, so he upturned means opening towards the floor, and he just emptied the entire sack to find 5 gold coins. So what did he find over there? Only the 5 gold coins. Inexact for the 5 rice grains, because he gave only 5 rice grains. Therefore, the queen, she returned 5 coins to him. Now he thought, uh, in regret manner, if only I had given my entire bowl, thought Raman, I would have had a sack full of gold. It means if he had given the entire bowl, he would have received the entire sack full of gold coins. But he gave only 5 grains. Therefore, he got only 5 gold coins. Now he thought regretfully that if he had given the whole bowl of rice, he would have uh, got many gold coins. That is, the sack full of gold coins. So this is a nice story about a man who was really selfish, and he got what he owes, or you can say what he deserved. Okay. So now let us discuss some questions based on this passage. I hope you have understood the story behind the passage. Okay, or which is written in the passage. Okay. Now let us start doing the questions. According to the passage, which of the following definitely true about Rani Matsya? So they are asking about Rani Matsya, that what is true about Rani Matsya? She was beautiful, she was intelligent, she was kind. So you have to answer like only A, only B, only C, only A and C, and all the three A, B, C. Now, if you look at this line, that Rani Matsya was a beautiful queen, and she was very beautiful, she was very intelligent, and she was very kind. From this first paragraph of the passage, we can see that uh, everyone revered her because she was very generous, and it means she was very kind. She helped in judicial probes. It means she was very intelligent. Also, she was very beautiful. So, according to this, if we see, the correct answer will be all A, B, and C. That means she possessed all the qualities. So, the correct answer will be E. Now, let us move to the next one. Now, the next question is, what is the phrase pulled up a long face used in the passage mean? Now, here we can see that it is written that pulled up a long face. Here it is written pulled a long face, that if he pulled up a long face, it means if he make his face look like a very sorrow or the depressed man or the very sad man, very poor man. Okay, so let us see the options. Options are like stretched his face. No, obviously he cannot stretch his face. Looked very sorrowful, disguised himself. Disguised himself means impostor him, or you can say pretend to be someone else. Put on makeup, or none of these. Obviously, it has looked very sorrowful. It means if he looked very sorrowful. So the correct answer will be B, of course. Now let us move to the next one. What can possibly the moral of this story? Now you have heard about the greedy man in this story. So what moral do you get from this story? Now let us see the options. Do unto others as you would want others to do to you. Patience is a virtue. Winning is not everything. It is the journey that counts. Change is the only constant thing in life. Teamwork is uh, more teamwork is more we and less me. So according to this story, as we have seen that the beggar, he had given the queen 5 grains of rice, and in return he got 5 gold coins, and he thought regretfully if he had given the entire bowl of rice, he would have got the sack full of gold coins. So according to this, we can conclude that do unto others as you would want others to do to you. It means you should do the same thing to others what you expect from them in future. So according to this, A should be the correct answer. Okay, so A should be the moral of the story. So yes, of course, the correct answer is A. Okay, now let us go to the next question. That is question number 4. Why was begging the only option for Raman to get food? Now, here we have options. Raman belonged to a family of beggars. Begging was the easiest way for him to obtain food. Raman's family had forced him to beg. He had lost all his property and was too old to do manual work. Now, if you go back to the passage, it is written, um, with only ends to his poverty and to means to rectify it. No means to rectify it. Raman was plagued with poverty and he had lost all his land to the landlord. His age enabled him little towards manual labor. So, begging was the only alternative to salvage his wife and children. Okay, so according to this, obviously, the correct answer will be D, that is, he had lost all his property and he was too old. It means he was very much old that he cannot do work manually. So, according to this, obviously, D will be the correct answer. Okay, now let us move to the question number 5. Which of the following words can be used to describe Raman? Deceitful, selfish, timid. Timid means shy. Selfish means one who thinks of himself only or himself first. Deceitful means cheater. Obviously, he cheated with the queen. He cheated with his family because he only, in fact, he cheated the entire world because he showed them the sorrowful face day by day. And also, he deceived with his wife and children because uh, take he only took the excess part for them. Selfish because he first quenched his thirst. First, he satisfied himself with the food, and after that, the left he took for the family and the rest. Yes, of course, he was selfish. Timid means shy. No, we cannot see that. We cannot say that he was shy. So obviously, A and B, these two reflects his image. So according to this, A and B should be the correct answer. So C will be the correct answer. Okay, so C is the correct option, as A and B both the points reflects his image. Sorry, both the points reflect his image. Okay, so C will be the correct answer. Now let us move to the next question. That is question number 6. Choose the word which is the most similar in meaning to the word given below as used in the passage. Now galloped. So galloped, we have heard in this line that her chariot galloped. Now, yeah, the chariot galloped away. Galloped means moved forward. Okay, so according to this, galloped means hurtled, stumbled, slumbered, jumped, or ran. So obviously, it jumped away. It means you can say it moved away. Okay, so the correct answer will be D. Okay, so jump shows the movement. The movement. Choose the word which is most similar in meaning to the word given below. So again, we are asked about the meaning of the word revered. So as I told you that revered means here in the line, we can see this word that people in the kingdom revered her because if she passed by, she always gave to the compassionate and poor. It means they all respected or worshipped her. So according to this, the answer to this question will be, of course, respected. Okay, so the correct answer is E. Now let us move to the next one. Again, which is most similar. So we have been asked about the similar or the same meaning. Hands. Arm, throw, give, limb, or lend. So hands means arm. Okay, so the correct answer will be A, that is arm. Now let us move to the next one. We are asked here about the opposite meaning to the word given below, that is reveal. Now reveal means to show, to display, to say something. So the opposite of it will be conceal. Okay, conceal means to hide. So the correct answer will be B. Now let us move to the next one. Choose the word which is the most opposite in the meaning to the word given below. Elated. Elated means very happy. So the opposite of this word will be afraid, poor, happy. Happy is the synonym actually. Depressed, grounded. So obviously it will be depressed. Depressed means no, here actually the correct answer is depressed. Depressed means to be sad, not grounded. Grounded is the incorrect word over here because elated means very happy, extremely happy. Okay, and to on the contrary, its answer should be D, that is depressed. So here a type is a typing mistake. So this is extremely happy, and the opposite of it will be depressed. It means very sad. Okay. So here the correct answer will be D, not E. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Now here we have directions for another questions. This is from 11 to 20. So another 10 questions are covered in this part. Find out the error, if any. If there is no error, the answer is E. No error, ignore the errors of punctuation, if any. Now, we will be given a sentence of which some parts have been made, and we have to look for that particular part that contains the error. It means we have to look for that particular part in which some grammatical error has been made. Okay, so let us try to do this. First of all, we'll read the entire sentence, and after that, we'll try to analyze the meaning of that sentence, and we'll then try to analyze the grammatical error in that sentence. Despite of their best efforts, they failed to retain the contract due to unwanted political interference. Despite of. Now, despite of means though or although. But despite, with the word despite, we do not use preposition of, whereas in spite of is the exact preposition. Okay, so we can either use despite or in spite of, one of the two, or either of the two, because the meaning of both these prepositions is are same. Sorry, the meaning of these two prepositions is same, and actually it's mean that though or although. Okay, so despite, with despite we cannot use preposition of, therefore the error is in part A, and A, what is actually where A is written in the A option, therefore our answer will be A. And what is the meaning of this sentence? That though they made their best efforts, they failed to retain. It means to you can say to stop or to hold the contract. They did not get the contract due to just because of some unwanted political interference, okay, which were not desired. So according to this, A will be the correct answer. We cannot use of with despite. So the correct sentence will be despite their best efforts, they failed to retain the contract due to unwanted political interference. I hope you have understood the meaning of this sentence or the error in this. So we need not rectify this. We have to just mark that which part contains error, though we have already rectified it. Now this is another sentence, question number 12. We had decided to scrap the project, but the chairman insisted with its continuation on the same terms. Now, look at each and every part carefully. We had decided, it means we had made some decision. Now after that we can only have verb third form, which is there. So this part is correct. Okay, this entire part is correct. To scrap the project, this is also correct. But the chairman insisted means showed his stubbornness. It means he forced. And with insisted, we always use preposition on, not with. Therefore, the error is in part C, because after insisted, we can only use preposition on and not with. So it should be, but the chairman insisted on its continuation on the same terms. It means we had decided to just cancel the project, or to just destroy the project, or you can say leave the project, but the chairman insisted on. It means he showed his interest, he compelled us, he compelled for its continuation on the same terms. Therefore the correct answer is C, because the C part contains the error. We should use on in place of with. Okay, so the correct answer will be C. Well, we need not rectify the sentence, therefore our answer will be C. Okay, now let us move to the question number 13. Because of his prolonged illness, he could not concentrate on his studies, although he was very much desired to do so. Now, because of his prolonged illness, it means because he was very ill for a long time, he could not After could not concentrate is given, so up to this part it is correct. On his studies, although he was very much desired to do so. Now, mm, he was he could not concentrate. Although he was very much desired to do so, it means he wanted to concentrate on his studies, but he was not able to do so. So, because of his prolonged illness, he could not concentrate on his studies, though he was very much desired to do so. If you see the entire sentence up to this part, because of his prolonged illness, this part is absolutely correct. Okay. Now, if you see this entire sentence, this part, first part, A part of the sentence, this is correct. He could not concentrate, this part is also correct. On his studies, although this part is also correct. But if you see the D1, he was very much desired. He was very much desired. Desire is actually a verb. Uh, that or you can say a noun, okay, that it is basically desire is a noun, and by this noun we cannot make a verb or the participle. Desired is not the correct word to be used over here. He was very much, you can say, although he was very much willing to do so, or desired is not the correct word to be used over here. So this desired wasn't word is incorrect. He was very much he was very much willing to do so, or he was willing to do so, or he was very passionate about doing so. So here this D part is this D part contains the error. So the error is in D part, and the answer will be D. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. You must realize how important it is to give away to the needy whatever you possess in excess. Now, this is very, very simple. How important should come, not importance. Actually, how importance is noun, whereas how is an adverb. And adverb can only qualify adjective or verb or the adverb. So this important should be replaced with important. Okay, how important it is. Okay, so according to this, B part contains the error, so the answer is B. Okay, now let us move to the next one, that is question number 15. Most of the travelers experienced a shock when they arrived at the museum only to find that it had been burgled. Okay, it means some robbers have um looted it. So most of the travelers experienced a shock when they arrived at the museum only to find that it had been burgled. So the correct answer will be E, because this entire sentence, it does not contain any error, or it contains no error. So according to that, E is the correct answer, that the entire sentence is absolutely correct. Okay, now let us move to the next one. This is question number 16. How people do to earn their bread is dependent largely on the locality where they live. So uh, how people is incorrect. It should be what people do. Okay, it should be what people do to earn their bread. Okay, how means in which manner, or what means what exactly the thing that they do. Okay, so what should be the correct question word to be used over here. So the correct answer is A, because this part contains the error. So the error is in part A. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. He took a sharp knife and toned the covering. Toned. Now tone is actually the verb third form, which can be used only in the passive voice, or after the be form, or after the have or has form. Okay. But it is written he took. Took means past indefinite. Okay, and if it is the past indefinite, that is verb second. So here as well we need verb second form only, not the verb third form, whereas tone is the verb third form. So this tone should be replaced with the word tore, because tear and tear's second form is tore and the third form is tone. So here we need the second form, that is tore. Okay, so the error is in part B. So answer is part B. Okay, now let us move to the next one, that is question number 18. All of us are aware that Shankar has been suffering from fever since 10 days uh, and has been resting. Now, of course, with countable time, we cannot use since. Instead, we should use for. Okay, so there are two words, since and for. With the countable uh, time, it means where we have units. Okay, countable time, we use for, and with uncountable time we use since. Okay, with uncountable time we use since. So here, according to this, the error is in part C. Okay, so the correct answer will be C. Now let us move to the next question, that is question number 19. Both of them genuinely helped each other when their families were going through a bad patch. Bad patch means bad duration of time, or bad duration of their life. Both of them genuinely helped. Both is used for two people, and each other is also used for two people. Therefore, these two words are matching with each other when their families were going through a bad patch. So the entire sentence is absolutely correct. Therefore, this sentence contains no error. So the answer will be E, that is no error. So of course, the answer will be E, that is no error. Now let us move to the next one, that is question number 20. Some people have generously contributed to the welfare fund, but they wanted that their names should not be published. Now here we have used the word there. There means there is an adverb of place that shows the place, that the position. Okay, this is adverb of place. Whereas there is the possessive pronoun, possessive adjective, sorry, possessive case, or you can say possessive adjective. Now, with the names are the nouns, and with nouns we can only have their names. It means the name belong to them. Okay, so this there is incorrect over here. It should be replaced with there. Therefore, the error is in part C. So our answer is C. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Now, from here, another type of questions begin. So these are questions from 21 to 30, and the directions are as follows. In the following passage, so this is a passage which is given to us, some of the words have been left out. It means this is a cross test, each of which is indicated by a number. Find suitable word from the options given against each number and fill up the blanks with appropriate words to make the paragraph meaningfully complete. Okay, so this is a clause test in which some words are missing that we have to look for. We have to fill each blank with the word because each blank has for each blank we are given five options, and we have to select one of them that can be fitted in that particular blank to complete the passage. Okay, so let us try and let us read this entire paragraph and try to solve each and every word with the help of the options given, or we will try to fill each and every blank with the help of the options given. Once upon a time, there was a prince. So this is a story about a prince who wanted to marry a princess. So he wanted to marry a princess, but she would have to be a real princess. It means the princess that should be the real princess, and only after that he could marry him. He dashed all over the world to find one. So what did he do? He called, toured, sent, saw, traveled. So obviously he traveled. He must have traveled. So the correct answer is E. Obviously he must have traveled all over the world. So he traveled all over the world to find one. But nowhere could he get what he wanted. One evening during a terrible storm means the weather was unpleasant and there was a storm. There was thunder and lightning, and the rain poured down in the torrents. Suddenly, a knocking was dash at the palace door. So, knocking was made, felt, heard, seen, sounded. Obviously, the knocking must have been heard. Okay, so the knocking have been heard. So, the correct answer here should be heard. Okay, you cannot feel the knocking. Obviously, it must have heard. So, the knocking was heard at the palace door, and the old king went to open it. It was a princess standing out there. But good gracious, what a sight the rain and the wind had made her look! The water ran down her hair and clothes into the toes of her shoes and out again at the heels. And yet she insisted that she was a real princess because she looked awkward just because she was wet in rain, or wet because of rain. But she claimed that yes, she was the real princess. Well, soon dash that out. Now, well, we will dash, assure it out, find it out, judge it out, mark it out, try it out. Obviously, they will find it out that whether she was the real princess or not. Okay, so B should be the correct option. So it means, well, we will soon find that out, uh, thought the old queen. But she said nothing. So she said nothing. She just thought in her mind that, okay, we'll find it out. Went into the bedroom. So she went into the bedroom, took all the bedding off bedstead. It means from the bed, she took out all the bedding. It means all the mattresses and all, and dashed a pea on the bottom. And what did she do? She drew, flung, placed, cooked, or stitched. Obviously, she must not have cooked over there. She must not have a stitch also, because here, if you see the passage, it is written, um, and dash a p, and dash a p on the bottom. So here we need, uh, obviously, p. Um, she must have placed it. Okay, place the p over there. So placed will be the correct answer. So the correct answer is C, of course. Sorry. So she placed a P on the bottom. Then she took 20 mattresses, not 20 mattresses, and laid them on the P, and then 20 quilts on. After that, she placed 20 quilts on dash of the mattress. So what did she do? She, top of the mattress, head of the mattress, bottom of the mattress, between the mattress, or middle of the mattress. So obviously she must have kept those quilts on the top of the mattresses. So according to this, A will be the correct answer. Now what happened? So quilt on top of the mattresses. On this, the princess had to lie all night. In the dash, she was asked how she had slept. So obviously, she slept all night. And in the, now what is the time? Now let us see. In the morning, in the dinner, no, dinner we cannot use in. Room, in the fields, in the dark. So she slept all night, and in the morning. So the correct answer will be morning. In the morning, she was asked. So according to this, A will be the correct answer. So according to this, here the correct answer will be morning. So in the morning, she was asked how she had slept. Oh, very badly, said she. So the princess replied that she slept very badly. I scarcely closed my eyes all night. Heaven only knows what was in the bed. But I was lying on something hard as a dash black and blue all over my body. So what she said, that it was a bad experience. Um, Now here, Vigian's price cause result time. As a result, it means to the conclusion. So it should be as a result. So according to this here, the correct answer will be as a result. I'm black and blue. It means the consequence of it is that she was black and blue. It means she was looking very unpleasant, or you can say she was very tired. Okay, over my body. It is horrible. Now they knew that she was a real princess because she had dashed the pea right through the 20 mattresses. So what happened to her? Because she slept, felt peas, located peas, carried peas. Actually, she did not locate anything. She did not find peas. She did not carry anything. In fact, she felt the peas. Therefore, um, she could not sleep the entire night. Therefore, according to this blank will be felt the pea right through the 20 mattress. And it means in spite of having those 20 mattress, she felt the peace. Okay, and the 20 quilts. Nobody but a real princess could be as irritable as that. Okay, so it should be on 29. As worried, as rough, as irritable, as sensitive. So she must be very sensitive. Only after that she could feel the peace, in spite of having uh, 20 mattresses and quilts after that. So obviously it should be sensitive. So the prince took her to his wife, and now he dashed that he had a real princess. So 30th, in the 30th blank, trust, assured, wanted, think, or knew. Obviously, he knew now that yes, he had the real princess. So according to this, these are the correct answers. So let us read the entire passage again to conclude that yes, this is the correct answer. So let us try the words with the entire passage. Once upon a time, there was a prince who wanted to marry a princess, but she would have to be a real princess. He traveled all over the world to find one, but nowhere could he get what he wanted. One evening, during a terrible storm, there was thunder and lightning, and the rain poured down in torrents. Suddenly, a knocking was heard at the palace door, and the old king went to open it. It was a princess standing out there, but good gracious, what a sight the rain and the wind had made her look! The water ran down her hair and clothes, into the toes of her shoes, and out again at the heels, and yet she insisted that she was a real princess. Um, well, we'll soon find that out, thought the old queen, but she said nothing, went into the bedroom, took all the bedding off the bedstead, and placed a pea on the bottom. Then only a pea, only one pea was there. Then she took 20 mattresses and laid them on the pea, and then 20 quilts on the top of the mattresses. On this, the princess had to lie all night. In the morning, she was asked how she had slept. Oh, very badly, said she. I scarcely closed my eyes all night. Heaven only knows what was in the bed. But I was lying on something hard. As a result, I'm black and blue means I'm very tired and I'm in very pain, very much pain. Okay, I'm suffering pain all over my body. It is horrible. Now they knew that she was a real princess because she had um, felt the pee right through the 20 mattresses and the 20 quilts. Nobody but a real princess could be as irritable sensitive as that. So the prince took her for his wife. For now, he knew that he had a real princess. Okay, so these were the 30 questions that we have done now. I hope you have understood the meaning of all the questions. I hope you have understood all the questions very well. So these were the questions, and these were the questions of the IBPS memory based question paper of 2016. I hope now you have an idea how to solve these type of questions. So now I'm ending this session, and in the next session we'll be doing some more memory based papers of IBPS. Thanks to you.